Good morning. This is the 5SD Operations Center, and it is a roleplay slash project portal for those who want to participate in the project, enter their ideas, contribute, flesh out stories. And I thought it's I came from WordPress and I had this very simple website, and there was a lot of stuff missing. And initially I wanted to make just a showcase website where stuff gets released and that's it. But then I thought a little bit more about it, and then I tried to enter an entire course system, and I realized that WordPress is too slow kinda to work with. It was very slow. The more content is in there, the slower it gets. Not only the content, but the security systems. So I changed it to a content management system now and started writing a new website. And now we are on the front page. This is the front page. I'm logged in as the administrator, but you see about the similar thing as a guest or visitor. You have in the middle you have the briefings, which are the major announcements, and just check out the design. The whole design is very simplistic, straightforward. There's a submit intel button where anyone can release like the strangest stuff, or puzzles or something to solve, or encrypted things where it doesn't matter what it is all material for 5SD, similar to the SCP Foundation. So it has an open source entry point. And then there's a creation station. In the creation station is where everything that has to do with creation, basically, and everything is still much under construction, but this is about how it will be, how it looks like. In the middle you have the short stories, and if you're a writer, or just someone with strange ideas, you can just enter your short story. And if you write a short story, you of course have a box here to publish to stream, yes or no. If you publish it to stream, then you go to the stream, and it will appear in released in the second stage. If you don't publish it to a stream, it will stay in draft. No one can read it. And if you release it for anyone to read, anyone can read it and give feedback or criticism, and we can work together on completing the story or give feedback or comments and stuff like this. And if I decide that these ideas will be adapted to the final project, I will check it and it will appear in adapted. And the final project, basically the whole script for a movie, for example, or a short movie, will appear in project. And this is where pieces come together, and not pieces here, but inside the one thing that will be listed here, for example movie. And I will put pieces of the adapted stories into that, or the whole adapted story into the final project. So anyone can learn the script. Within Austria, I'm looking for actors, and worldwide looking for overdub artists, maybe sound effect artists, maybe CGI artists, prop makers, someone who can 3D print props, gadgets and all types of stuff. Again, from the front page or whatever, you can submit intel, a fictional intel document, and there's a console for all the analysts, and new intel will appear in this inbox. And on the bottom, this is a log of how any intel document has been treated. For example, the classification has been changed. Then we will see the old classification was A, the new classification is C. And this is very much under construction. It's not super perfect, but it is something, just some oversight of recent changes. Every Intel document has its own number, and it consists of 3 letters, for example. Not just 3 letters, but it is raw 187A, and A stands for unclassified, and F, for example, stands for the highest classification, which is sensitive compartmented information. This still requires work, because we have to make classified documents visible only within the community in some way, and declassified documents will appear in the public data archive, which is just a roleplay form of how the CIA does it with the electronic reading room for the declassified documents. And it's just something interesting just to engage with for any visitor or fan. Is what I thought about. And anyone can check out the Intel documents. Here's, for example, an example new Intel document. Oh, let's go to, I don't know, this chicken thing. This is the Intel page. In the center is the body. On the bottom, here's a QR code, for example. You can take a picture with your phone and read it from your phone. Enter some additional keywords, basically, or categories of what appears within this Intel. And here's the classification changer. You can change, we can, as an analyst, those who have the clearance for it, can change it and change whatever the category and the classification and the field category. For example, if it's about chickens, for example, it's biological in some way, and it depends on how hardcore the information is. If it's something super dangerous or something super controversial, the classification should be higher, and if it's very trivial and public knowledge, general stuff, then it can be even declassified. If it's unclassified, now if I this is for example from an anonymous user. This is a little buggy, but it should not be twice. These lines should not be there twice. Here's a approve for release button. Here, this red one. And there will be a cap. For example, we have 5 analysts. And if 5 analysts decide, yeah, this is ready to release, then we just click approve for release. Now I have exceeded 0, so it is released in the public data archive. And I imagine this goes on and on and on with all sorts of stuff. So these were the major things. There's a pipeline, a messaging system where you can write users or members with capsules. I call them capsules, and the recipient is a call code. Every user has a call code. My call code, for example, is this 207, which can be seen on my profile. Call sign or call code is 207. It's also part of the roleplay to not use the username but the call signs. You can send someone something, attach 3 different types for reference, and this is just in the outbox. This is the outbox, and this is about how it looks like for the recipient. And if you open this message, it is a place to discuss it. The referenced stuff is being expanded here. Anyone can read through it and then give their comment on it. Very early stage, maybe need some thing, but it was a lot of work. It was very, very hard. And yeah, I think that's it. if you want to join. There's on the About 5SD page for the open task list. I will put it more in the forefront. Here are open tasks, and if you decide to register, then this is the register form on the application. You can add or select this example task that you want to apply for. And I want to become an actor, actress, design this and that, and write scripts. I want to do this. This is your competence. And the rest is self-explanatory. You just fill out the other things, your email, get a security captcha, and then you can create your new account. It will be approved by me to filter out spam and trolling. And yeah, that's the very early stage of the 5SD Operations Center. The movie production is not yet active. It is in the future. But anyone within Austria now can apply as actor, and worldwide anyone can add stories, ideas. I will write my own stuff, of course, and let's just see where it goes. It's comparable to the SCP Foundation, but it is about 5SD. That's the first stage, and thanks for watching.